her best event.
Setting up her first big part, stalder shoot, hops, comes right back with front stalder shoot. It's a good combination. Clear circle could have been a little better. Oh, it's a beautiful back-up rise to a vault, a very original movement. One Romanian has done it that I know of before now. A nice clear circle to another stalder shoot, to a heck with the back somersault, a dismount that the Chinese actually, I believe, developed.
In the 1979 Chinese Nationals, she had a 9.75. She has a 9.50 right here in Vancouver. She scored as high as 9.70 in Hawaii. Now we're going to take a look at Zhou Xixin, who we saw at the top of our program.
It's a clear circle. I don't think she planned on doing that. That either is a very weak combination or a miss. Nice heck with a half turn on the high bar. Setting up her next section. Another mistake. I don't believe she planned to have to go over the top. Should be another at least 2/10 deduction. Another clear circle to a dismount. Back up rise, heck with a full twist. A little bit weak in the dismount selection for a competition at this level, actually. You can take a look at one of the nicer movements, the heck with a half turn. It was developed by an American gymnast about 10 years ago, but has just recently been used in big major competitions. It's a nice job, and she finishes off with a nice eagle catch.
9.40 for Zhou Xixin. Rhonda Swan tore knee ligaments in January of this year. She was operated on in March, didn't compete again until the World Champion Trials in June. This is her 5th competition in 10 days. How does she feel about it?
Well, so far, I think everyone is pretty tired, and I'm starting to feel the trip, and I feel like since we have one more competition, I'm going to give it, the rest of all my energy, and it's been fun, though, so far, and I think that I've been really lucky to be so consistent. I don't think I've ever been this consistent in my life.
And she has been so consistent in the bars, 9.70, 9.60, 9.75, 9.60 coming into Vancouver.
Actually, I felt that she's been underscored. I think she's a superlative bar worker. It really helped Marcia at the World Championships to have Rhonda right in front of her with a routine of this value. She's off to a good start. The stalder shoot with the half turn, immediately into another stalder shoot, immediately into giant swing. She's really cooking, Dick. Really good routine. Front with a half dismount sky high. It's a good exercise.
And you can just look at her face to know that she was satisfied with a 9.60, which is in keeping with what she's done before.
The end of her exercise is tremendously, just so difficult. Here she goes with the stalder shoot, with a blind turn, right into another stalder shoot, into a giant swing, which is so difficult to clear that low bar. Keeps on moving smoothly in a toe on front with a half dismount that was high, good form, and a beautiful twist.
So Rhonda Swan wins the uneven bars. Xinping is second, and we had a 3-way tie for third. It's been Rhonda's tournament thus far, and we'll be back in Vancouver in just a moment.
Hi.
And thus far, we have seen a tremendous performance from 18-year-old Chen of the People's Republic of China. She was victorious with a most impressive score in the vault competition. However, Rhonda Swan of the United States was #1 in the uneven bars, and we have a lot more of the ladies and a good deal of the men's competition coming up a little later on our program. Well, last week, because of our shortened show, now for the men to perform here in Vancouver and Muriel Pacific Northwest. Vancouver, British Columbia, where we have an outstanding gymnastics competition going on. You look at Shunichi Matsumoto, the inclusion of the girl lift in the world's strongest men, Tom Brookshire. And Muriel Grosfeld, that's really a creative kind of event to see. Rhonda Schwandt has dominated in these Pacific Championships. Who will give her a fight, do you think?
Well, first, I think Rhonda truly is one of the greatest full exercise performers in the world, but I think she's going to be a disadvantage in this competition. That's mainly because the platform, I went up on it before the competition started. It is hard. And I think that she's going to have to hold back in tumbling. I don't think she'll do a full twisting double back. I think she'll be more conservative. That means she's going to have to hit very cleanly, and she's going to have to do the best with what she has. I still think she can win, but I think it's going to make it a much closer contest.
All right, the women's floor exercise event coming up at the Pacific Gymnastics Championships, and we'll be back with it after this work. And we are back at the Pacific Coliseum, the final stop in the Pacific Gymnastics Championships. Here's what happened in the beam event. Rhonda Swan won it with a 9.60. Elfi Schlegel and Zhou Xinping of China were tied for second place. And now we're ready for the floor exercise event. And here's a big favorite here in Canada, 15-year-old diminutive Elfi Schlegel.
I think in women's floor exercise that all of the same things are true as
Elfi
in men's.
Schlegel.
Good tumbling, good connections. But for the women, the music and the relationship to the music and personal expression are very, very important. Elfi's first tumbling pass, a very well done double pike back somersault. For her second tumbling pass, Arabian somersault to a full twisting back somersault. It's a good job. It's a little bit low on the full. Dick, the things you see on Elfi's legs are pieces of leather that are taped to the backs of her ankles. That's to keep her from flexing her ankles too deeply, and that's important on tumbling landings. Elfi is getting ready for her last tumbling effort. Double twisting back somersault, a little bit of a stumble, but well done. It was a very nice job for Elfi, one of the best routines I've ever seen her do.
Elfi Schlegel, who won a couple of silver medals at the Pan American Games in San Juan, Puerto Rico with a 9.55 in this event. So she's right up there with the best. Now, we're back to Chen Hong, who's 18 years old. 2 years ago, she was the national floor exercise champion in the People's Republic.
And she just did a beautiful sky-high double back somersault. Recently, our International Gymnastics Federation has said that it is now going to be allowed to be able to use instrumental music. In the past, it was a single instrument situation. She's beautifully elegant, Dick, but one thing that really does bother me is the Spanish or Mexican quality of the music and the lack of the reflection of that in the movements. She's getting ready for her last tumbling effort. A layout back somersault, which is a little bit weak for the ending of the exercise. The end should be commensurate or equal to her beginning.
Chen Hong, who was victorious in the vault competition. China was invited, but did not compete in the 78 World Championships in France because they've worked mostly on optionals. That's her score, 9.60. And now our leader, Rhonda Swan.
Rhonda will be getting ready for her first tumbling effort. A high and beautiful double pike back somersault. She's off to a great start. Her second tumbling effort, front somersault, Arabian somersault, beautiful full twisting somersault. Things are going very well. This is essentially the same exercise that Rhonda has been using for the last couple of years, but in the national training camps in the last few weeks, she's made some very, very nice musical and rhythm changes. My favorite of the changes. I think it's very effective. And her last tumbling effort, a nice double twist, a little bit extra momentum, but a very small deduction. A really good exercise for Rhonda.
That's got to be great momentum for Rhonda Swan. Her 9.70 is her best score. She wins the event. Great momentum going into the World Championships. And she has won the all-round every city on this tour. And right now, down on the floor with her is Muriel Grosfeld.
Rhonda, you made some modifications in your floor exercise.
Yeah, I did. I was I was throwing a full in the other competitions, and since the floor is kind of hard here and it's not quite as nice as the ones in the United States, I decided that I would just throw a double pike instead of full in. Instead of a double twist, I threw a full single.
I thought I detected that the dance was a little more solid. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, this time I was concentrating more since my tumbling wasn't as hard. I was concentrating more on my dance, getting things nice, you know, and showing off.
I thought that your form was very good. Are you tired now of this one floor? It was a last routine. How do you feel?
Very tired, exhausted, because it's been a long trip, but it's been a lot of fun.
Congratulations, son. You did just a wonderful job.
Thank you very much.
And a great day for Rhonda Schwandt, who wins first place in the bars, the beam, and the floor exercise, which you just saw. Well, coming right up, we have the exciting conclusion of the duel between Philip de La Salle and Kurt.
Like the challenge of China, it looks as if we can withstand it and maintain ourselves ahead of China. Not sure, but I think so. And the other thing is that our team has increased its strength in terms of its depth. We no longer have one star and then some other people. So I'm really looking forward to the World Championships because I think we're going to have a strong team effort.
And we congratulate you again on being named Coach of the Year.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Muriel Grosfeld. Hope you enjoyed the Pacific Gymnastics Championships, a star-studded affair. Next week, we will be in Altoona.